Okay, on June 30th, 2005, HYBE labels simultaneously released legal updates detailing ongoing and escalated actions against individuals responsible for online abuse, defamation, stalking, deepfake production, and privacy violations targeting their artists. And this includes BTS, SSERAFIM, IllIT, ENHYPEN, BOYNEXTDOOR, ZICO, TWS, and NewJeans. Okay, and each label published a statement reaffirming its zero tolerance policy that HYBE is very much known for, and they reported concrete and specific outcomes like fines, arrest, court order damages, and even prison sentences. And I think this continues to demonstrate that HYBE is not just maintaining its aggressive legal strategy, but actually scaling it across the entire organization in a visibly unified way. And the timing of this mass release came at the close of the second quarter, June 30th, right? And it serves several purposes, one of them being to reinforce fan trust as, and especially BTS is about to resume activities post-military service. And this video is me going through each update, each notice to analyze. And although they kind of look similar to each other, each label tailored its update to reflect the unique risk and the situations that their artists are facing. But overall, they all share a key message. That is malicious activity, whether it's online harassment, deepfake distribution, or doxing, it will be met with rigorous legal prosecution, without leniency or settlement. And that's what they mean by zero tolerance. All right, so let's start with BTS. So Big Hit Music emphasized an intensifying legal response on behalf of BTS, particularly in light of the members' recent return to public life. And this is what they said. As the members of BTS have recently returned to their fans after fulfilling their military service, we are responding more rigorously to ensure that they are not harmed by malicious rumors or insulting remarks. So it's a good thing that they are saying that. And this is how they began. To protect the rights of our artists and ensure they can engage in their activities safely, we regularly initiate legal proceedings against perpetrators of illegal online activities targeting BTS, including ill intentioned criticisms, dissemination of false information, sexual harassment, and personal attacks. And then they talk about how they're monitoring Korean online communities as well as international social media channels. And meanwhile, regarding the complaints filed in the third quarter of 2024, the penalties are being sequentially determined, including the confirmation of fines. We will continue to respond with a sense of responsibility to ensure that our complaints also yield positive results. And interestingly and importantly, this was what they have also noted. The company confirmed ongoing criminal investigations, including a recent attempted break-in at a member's home. They said, in addition, a police investigation is underway regarding the recent incidents of an attempted break-in at a BTS member's home. We are actively cooperating with the police by collecting and submitting evidence based on CCTV footage and other sources in order to ensure that the intruder receives appropriate criminal punishment. And by that, we are talking about Jungkook, and we talked about this on my channel before. So it was actually what was it? The day of Jungkook's discharge from the military, right? The suspect was a woman in her 30s, and according to Korean media, she's of Chinese nationality, and she tried multiple times to input Jungkook's door passcode around 11:20 p.m. right? That is located in Yongsan, the same area that HYBE headquarters is located in. And police arrived in response to a report and arrested her on the spot. And fortunately, no harm was caused to Jungkook, so she failed to get inside. But yeah, strangely, for some reason, she brought that whole suitcase or luggage, and yeah, it was just weird. And she got arrested, and according to BIGHIT, they're continuing to taking actions, right, regarding this case by collecting and submitting evidence to ensure that the intruder receives appropriate criminal punishment. And the BIGHIT also emphasized that BTS, they also addressed active efforts to counter stalking, defamatory content, and sexual harassment across Korean and international platforms. So fans were reminded that BTS safety is now a top legal priority, and police cooperation is already underway, with no leniency extended to the offenders. So yeah, it's a good thing that they are emphasizing that BTS, now backed from military service, should not be subjected to malicious rumors or harassment, and they have vowed to respond to such actions with zero tolerance. And of course, I know whatever measures, legal measures, or actions that BIGHIT is taking, it would not be enough to stop all the bad things from happening to BTS members, and some fans will never be satisfied, given the popularity of BTS and the amount of hate that the group is receiving. The fan base, and also the antis, the amount of the size of antis is both huge, right? But at least it's reassuring to hear that they're taking actions, especially when it comes to the recent case of this attempted break-in. Thankfully, the suspect did not get in, but as we will later talk about in this video, some fans, or we refuse to call them fans, right? But some individuals successfully got inside the dormitory of artists such as ENHYPEN, and we will talk about it soon in this video. And the HYBE and BELIFT LAB in this case is taking appropriate actions. All right, so let's move on to NewJeans. This was interesting because ADOR, which is an agency managing NewJeans, took a particularly assertive tone in their notice. The company confirmed that a YouTuber who repeatedly humiliated the members through sexually suggestive content had not only been sued, but was recently ordered to pay damages by a Korean civil court. It says, in the case of foreign platforms like YouTube, we are securing personal information through U.S. courts and then proceeding with domestic legal procedures. We're also taking strong action against a malicious YouTuber who repeatedly created videos that could cause sexual humiliation to the members of NewJeans. The YouTuber sought a settlement during the civil lawsuit, but we firmly refused. On June 25th, which is only like a week ago, in the civil damages lawsuit filed against the YouTuber, the court determined that the defendant's actions constituted a serious violation of personality rights. As a result, the court issued a partial judgment ordering the defendant to pay a substantial amount in damages to each NewJeans member. We will continue to respond strongly to similar cases in the future with the same zero-tolerance policy. Similarly, in the criminal proceedings concerning the aforementioned YouTuber, we have determined that a heavier penalty is required regarding the decision to conditionally suspend prosecution, and we have filed an appeal to this effect. We will continue to respond rigorously to ensure that the YouTuber receives an appropriate penalty. Yeah, so ADOR refused all offers of settlement and is now appealing for even stronger criminal penalties. The statement also described successful efforts to trace and penalize deepfake creators, even those using anonymous services like Proton Mail. It says, notably, one suspect attempted the crime using sophisticated methods such as sending deepfake videos through Proton Mail, which is known to be difficult to track, but was apprehended following active investigations by law enforcement. Interesting. All right. And this was possible thanks to international judicial cooperation, they said. So, cool. So ADOR is doing their job, despite the fact that NewJeans has not still come back to the agency. So let's move on to SSERAFIM. So Source Music, their agency reported substantial progress in its legal battle to protect SSERAFIM, including ongoing trials for individuals who defamed members using politically charged or religiously derogatory language. They said, where is it? As a result, many cases are currently in trial after being sent to the prosecution, including cases involving charges of defamation based on false claims for comments that use expressions related to political ideology or expressions such as pseudo-religion and cult. And by that, I think they're talking about the infamous downworld allegations or cult religion allegations. Yeah, the baseless rumor that came out of nowhere last year. So it's a good thing that they're taking actions swiftly. Also, deepfake related criminal proceedings are also advancing with the label pushing for stronger sentencing. Okay? We are responding rigorously to deepfake crimes in cooperation with law enforcement agencies in order to identify and penalize those involving the production of illegal deepfake materials through platforms such as Telegram. We have conducted our own monitoring, reported our findings to the investigative authorities, and submitted a petition for a severe punishment in the name of source music. Good. Even if the perpetrators request a settlement or make a criminal deposit, we will firmly reject these measures in order to ensure that strong penalties, including imprisonment, are imposed. They're saying, we don't want your money. We want you punished accordingly. And they said, we will continue to monitor the ongoing trial closely and ensure that a strong punishment is imposed. Good. Yeah. So explicitly rejecting all settlements and deposits offered by perpetrators, reaffirming is zero compromise policy. Great. Let's move on to IllIT and ENHYPEN. So let's see what BELIFT LAB is doing. BELIFT LAB is their agency, and they emphasized the escalating severity of privacy violations targeting its artists. So starting with IllIT, they're talking about deepfake creators that have already been identified, prosecuted, and sentenced. The label confirmed that even offenders using encrypted platforms like Telegram have been located through global collaboration. And HYBE is good at closely coordinating and cooperating with other agencies and institutional players. So back in February of this year, we have heard about this news that HYBE signed an MOU with the Northern Gyeonggi Provincial Police Agency to jointly combat deepfake and other cyber crimes. The partnership includes establishing a direct cybercrime reporting hotline to protect artists and expedite investigations. And this was driven by the growing need for closer cooperation between entertainment companies and law enforcement, especially amid a rise in deepfake crimes targeting celebrities through overseas messaging platforms like Telegram. And this particular agency, the Northern Gyeonggi Province, is known for its top-tier cybercrime investigation capabilities, according to the media. And they will, I think they're continuing to collaborate with HYBE to enhance response systems and ensure swift action. All right, so it's a good thing that such partnership, whether domestic or global, is working out to ensure the artist's safety. All right, what about ENHYPEN? So BELIFT LAB's legal notice regarding ENHYPEN was pretty long because they have suffered some serious violations. So let's start here. So their notice focused on real-world threats, including unauthorized entry into a member's home and the illegal sale of personal information. And the company warned that such offenses may trigger immigration consequences such as deportation or travel bans, particularly for foreign nationals. So let's check this out. Recently, we have encountered serious stalking incidents, including one where individuals unlawfully entered an artist's residence and illegally recorded them. Whoa. I mean, we just talked about Jungkook's case, and in this case, the suspect failed to get in. even though I wonder if she actually knew the passcode. But in this case, these individuals actually unlawfully entered their residence dormitory and illegally recorded them. They said, as soon as we became aware, we reported it to the police for violations of trespassing and stalking laws. The suspects were arrested on the spot and are currently under police investigation. Good. We're actively cooperating to ensure they receive appropriate punishment under the law. Furthermore, we have identified and are actively addressing a large number of posts offering illegally acquired or falsely created artist personal information for sale. Such illegal information trading is a serious crime that severely threatens our artists' safety and well-being. I mean, yeah. And then, like I mentioned just before, where is it? Yeah, specific cases involving illegally obtaining an artist's phone number or address and repeatedly attempting to contact them or seeking them out at their residence or other private spaces outside their official schedule constitute clear crimes. I wonder how these people get their phone numbers. Like, are they collaborating with phone service agency employees or something? So weird. And a suspect's criminal record may also serve as a basis for measures like forced deportation and entry prohibition under immigration control laws. So yeah, this is a serious crime that can result in such cases. And ENHYPEN, they are getting bigger and bigger and more popular. And I think that's partly why they're suffering more and more. So there is this article from March of this year that talks about how ENHYPEN is suffering from severe stalking, intrusions, hidden cameras, and phone harassment. And let me briefly summarize. So on March 5th, BELIFT LAB issued a statement revealing that ENHYPEN has been facing increasingly severe stalking incidents. They stated that certain individuals have gone as far as hiring delivery and taxi drivers to infiltrate the group's dormitory, where they took unauthorized photos to sell. BELIFT LAB has secured CCTV footage and is pursuing criminal charges. Other cases include illegally purchasing the members' flight information to board the same planes, as well as repeatedly filming the members in private spaces without consent. The agency emphasized that all of these actions constitute serious harm and non-consensual stalking. They're continuously collecting evidence and accepting fan reports and are actively proceeding with legal action. They also uncovered organized online chat groups, spreading rumors and trading private information with the intent to threaten the artist. Also, ENHYPEN members have been receiving sexually explicit messages and phone calls on their personal devices, which the agency plans to address firmly. And that's not it. At airports, fans were asked to refrain from obstructing artist movements, attempting physical contact, or filming in restricted areas. And recently, I have seen a lot of footage online, like some individuals tracking every movement of Jimin and Jungkook as they have been filming content internationally. I mean, there was an official article that came out today about how they filmed the second season of Are We Sure? Is this right? 이거 맞아. And I don't know. I think it's kind of getting more serious. People gotta respect artists' privacy, right? I know, some people are crazy in love with the artist, but there should be appropriate distance. The agency concluded by warning that stalkers will be banned from fan events and that multiple investigations are already underway by the police based on reports submitted. All right. And then they also said recently there has been an increase in individuals forging identification documents or using another person's identity to apply for or participate in fan events. And in such cases, these individuals will be not only banned from fan events in the future, but they'll have to go through legal, procedures accordingly. So that was BELIFT LAB with ENHYPEN and IllIT. All right, what about BOYNEXTDOOR and ZICO? So KOZ is their agency. KOZ Entertainment addressed artist safety for both BOYNEXTDOOR and ZICO. For BOYNEXTDOOR, the label focused on stalking, doxing, and the illegal circulation of phone numbers and financial information. So once again, I just don't understand how these people are getting their numbers to call and message them. So they're taking strong legal measures in response. In cases of ZICO, the company reiterated that a recent widely circulated rumor has been officially proven false, and all individuals responsible for spreading it have been included in legal complaints. We are taking the ongoing insults and spread of false information about ZICO very seriously, they said. We're working closely with law firms and other parties to address the resulting damages and prevent further occurrences. Insults against the artist using derogatory terms or initials, along with the spread of false information, will be included in our criminal complaints and other legal actions. And although they didn't specifically talk about, what rumors they're talking about, there's this article from last year, how KOZ announced that it would take strong legal action against the spread of malicious rumors, falsely linking ZICO to the unresolved Bulgari case involving Kuhara's home in 2020. And, the KOZ confirmed that defamatory posts, insults, and false accusations about ZICO had been spreading online, particularly after, at the time a recent TV broadcast revisited the case. And some online users baselessly claimed that ZICO resembled the suspect in the release composite sketch and pointed to his past friendship with what was his name, like Chung Junyoung or something. So they're basically saying that ZICO broke into Kuhara's home to steal something. And I haven't talked about ZICO on my channel much, but I personally really respect and like his music. It's so unfortunate that he has to go through all these allegations and rumors while he's busy, making his own music and producing for BOYNEXTDOOR, because he's the head of KOZ Entertainment. But anyways, KOZ clarified that ZICO has no connection to the incident and emphasized that it is actively collecting evidence and has already submitted complaints to law enforcement. And the company at the time reaffirms its zero tolerance policy, that there will be no settlements or leniency, and encourage fans to continue reporting malicious content. And the message was clear in this notice, that even veiled insults or use of suggestive initials would not be tolerated. All right. Okay, so last but not least, TWS. So PLEDIS Entertainment, they're the agency representing TWS, confirmed that previous lawsuits had resulted in fines for individuals who insulted or spread false information about the group. Many other investigations are still in progress, and the label promised to continue pressing for criminal penalties against offenders. The company also, spotlighted its monitoring of international platforms and explicitly called out xenophobic and appearance-based slurs as unacceptable. All right, so there you go. I feel like, HYBE's approach to protecting its artists has never been passive. We have talked about this again and again on our channel, right? And for years, this company has taken formal legal action against online abuse, often refusing settlements and pursuing both criminal and civil penalties. And this level of coordination, where multiple labels report not just investigations but actual court outcomes like arrest, fines, and sentencing, it shows a fully integrated legal system operating behind the scenes, from identifying Telegram-based deepfake creators to securing subpoenas through U.S. courts against YouTubers. HYBE is showing that its reach and commitment extend far beyond the boundaries of Korean message boards. And of course, fans are often vocal in their frustration. And it's true that many never feel entirely satisfied with how their artist labels respond to malicious content. And in many cases, such skepticism could be warranted, but this update makes clear that HYBE is doing the work, behind the scenes, they're building precedents, escalating enforcement, and in some cases delivering real-world consequences to offenders. And such move is not just a message to offenders, but also a message to the whole industry that in a time when misinformation and digital harassment are pervasive and it's getting worse, HYBE is making clear that artist protection is not just a suggestion, but is a system. And HYBE's system is now getting more and more coordinated and more global and unforgiving than ever. And here's where fans can also do their part, helping HYBE by reporting to the HYBE Report Infringement of Artist Rights portal, right? This is where, so in almost every legal notice, they encourage fans to submit evidence, and please report them through the HYBE Artist Rights Violation Report website, protect.hybecourt.com. And then to ensure that fan reports are effectively used in legal actions, we recommend submitting full screen screenshots from a PC or full page print files, PDF, rather than mobile screenshots. Also, please ensure that the URL, username, content of the post, and the date of the screenshot are clearly visible in your submission, as such information is critical for legal proceedings. So yeah, I have made a separate video about how we can use this portal as simple as possible. It's super simple, super easy to use. So if you are curious, I'll attach a link URL to not only to this actual portal, but also to this video where I provided instructions. All right. So yeah, good to hear that HYBE and all the affiliated labels are doing their jobs to ensure artist safety. So fans can also help out, right? Because artist safety is important. All right. I hope this was informative. If you have your own opinions or information to add, feel free to write comments. And when you do so, let's stay positive, respectful, and classy. Thank you guys. Peace and love. Bye-bye.